Hey, welcome. It's Ali Garced or Ali the Agent on all social media. And I want to share with you, as real estate agents, how you can build a business where you have predictable income, eliminate financial stress, and 10x your business without burning out. So if that sounds good, you can scroll to the bottom, book a call with me so we can talk about the next steps going forward about how to work with me personally. The reality of a lot of real estate agents, unfortunately, is that they do not have a clear vision of where exactly they're at now in relation to their goals. The reality of what I hear from a lot of real estate agents is they don't know what their business is going to be like past the 30, 60, 90-day mark. They don't know where their future business is going to come from. They are not clear on their actual numbers right now in their business, so they don't know the methods that work for them, the methods that don't work for them. They don't know where to trim the fat and double down on the stuff that works. A lot of real estate agents, as you probably know, we're working long hours, and sometimes all of that work is on stuff that either someone else should have been doing or it's the wrong activity to begin with. So all of these long hours are not even giving you the financial reward that you think that it should be giving you. So if you currently feel stuck, if you feel like you cannot get past a certain GCI point, then I invite you to be a part of this black belt course. I've spoken to hundreds of real estate agents, and I really think that what is missing in majority of their cases are three things. And those three things are luckily what I am good at. I would never try to sell anything that I do not have mastery in. I know that this works because I personally have used it. I personally have created the stuff that is in the Black Belt bundle, and it is so good. Don't just take my word for it. I have helped a lot of other real estate agents with the components of this Black Belt bundle. I personally have helped a lot of real estate agents double their income, if not triple. So you don't even have to trust me yet. You can just trust them.
Hello, I'm Tori Borges. I had a pretty successful first year. I was able to do so by using the resources. There were a lot of checklist resources, guidance to help me get started. It's really important to be surrounded by like-minded, hardworking people. I get a lot of resources without having to break the bank.
Now, before I go into what the three things are that causes majority of real estate agents to fail, I want you to think about what it would feel like if you knew what your business was like financially, if you knew where every dollar was being put to work, if you knew if it was beneficial for every dollar to go to that spot to go to work for you, if you knew exactly off the top of the dome what all of your lead gen sources were the highest and best use, what the return multiplier is, if you knew exactly how many conversations it took for you to get a close and what the average close is, and how much money do you make per hour per client. Long will be the days of, oh, I work with anybody, if it's a buyer or seller, sure, I'll work with you. No, now you know exactly how much you make per seller, per outbound referral, per buyer, so that way you can make a strategic decision before you take on a client. I want you to imagine what it would be like to feel organized and feel in control. No more chaotic weeks of waking up and thinking, oh my gosh, today's list was everything that I should have done yesterday. Imagine being organized to where every single follow-up is done perfectly, and you never wake up in the middle of the night thinking, oh my gosh, I forgot that this client was on my calendar, and I told them I would give them, the second buyer email, I'd put them on a drip, and I forgot to do that, or they're under contract and inspections are due. There is none of that anymore. Imagine that you are no longer the bottleneck in your business, and that you can now automate tasks and delegate them. And I know that word sounds hard for a lot of entrepreneurs because you're giving up control, but your time is better spent on other activities. And in this Black Belt course, I will teach you what activities. That is what we're going to be covering in this course, and it's going to be tailored to you. Everyone's activities are going to be different. So that's why you and I are going to be meeting one-on-one. This is something that I had only ever done with those that have named me as a sponsor at eXp Realty. But now I decided to open this up to others because I was getting a lot of questions. I put this all into a pretty package for you, as beefy as I can make it, to help you be in the top 1% of your market and build a business that you can actually one day step away from, and a business that doesn't keep you up at night. So in this black belt bundle, we are covering 3 major topics with a lot of subtopics underneath. And these 3 major topics are not sexy. They're what's going to make your business scale. And the reason I have this as 6-week program and not anything longer is because I want to give you all the tools you need to start building the habits and take these concepts and daily to-dos and implement them into your business from now on. I'm trying to empower you so that way you can take this and then just continue growing without me, or with or without me, because if you wanted more of this, you could always just join me at eXp Realty. That is a way to get this bundle for less. So the first section we are going over is finances. How much is your cash flow every single month? Do you have any passive income? How much is your net worth? I'm going to introduce you and give you a discount code to a program that helped me pay off one of my mortgages in 4 months. We're going to go over again one-on-one the Profit First system. And to top it off, we're going to be looking at all of your past transactions and doing a deep dive on them. It is a lot of information just in week 1, and it gets beefier weeks 2 and 3. But we meet after you have done and implemented all of that, so that way I can answer any and all of your questions and then let you know what's coming in the next week. So the second portion of this is organization. Now that we know exactly where you stand as far as monthly income, any passive income, and where you stand as net worth and your goals, now we can take what we know there and get more organized as far as what we need to do going forward. This is what separates an agent that is stuck at $100,000 and agents that do double, triple that. I will be giving you my trackers that I personally use, one that I use after every single closing and one that I use every month. So that way you know exactly how much you are expending to get a client and how much the average client gives you in profit. After this second portion, you're going to be so super clear on exactly where your money comes from. We're also going to be touching a little bit on social media there too. After that, you and I are going to meet again for the second time, one-on-one, answering all of your questions and talking about the next steps. The third section is going to be what I call the ramp it up section. Now that we have the foundation of where exactly you are in finances, now that you have the organization to keep going forward, now is when we can start just ramping that ish up. This section is going to be tailored even more to you. If you didn't know by now, maybe I should have done this introduction in the beginning. I have been an agent for 3 years. I've done over 112, I think it's closer to 115 transactions, and I've made over $500,000, and I track everything. So in this black belt bundle, I am not leaving anything out. I want to see you succeed selfishly because I would love a testimonial from you at the end. So during this ramp it up section, we're going to be covering what I personally have done. I cannot teach about things that I don't do. So who this black belt bundle is not for, it's not for those that want to learn cold calling scripts because I personally don't do that. It's not for those that want super in the weeds on door knocking because I personally don't do that anymore, really. Not enough to be able to feel like I can teach you on anything. Where I have gotten my business from is social media, word of mouth, outbound referrals, and YouTube. Am I an expert on YouTube? Absolutely not. But if you want to get started on YouTube, I love it. I fell in love with it. So if you overall need more video confidence, I'm here for it. This is what that third section is going to be about, the ramp it up. After we have taken the concepts from the first and the second section, we will see exactly what the lead gen sources that are the best ROI for you. And we're going to one-on-one uncover what you should do to double, triple it. Where can we trim the fat in your business? And where can I help you scale it? In this section also, we're going to be talking about who you already have on your team, what kind of support you have on your team, and where we can go get you some extra help. So that way your time is only spent on the most income producing activities. I want to show you a couple of real estate agents and what they said about the activities and trackers in this course of the Black Belt Bundle. One of the agents that used the resources from this Black Belt course went from earning $40,000 a year to $120,000 a year her first year after implementing this. What would you say to them?
I would tell them that the best rewards are on the other side of fear. So the best thing to do is just if you're fearful then that's when you need to do it, because you don't know if you never try, and fear is just a feeling.
So she tripled her GCI income with just the courses and information from this. Another agent that benefited from this was a brand new agent. She closed 21 deals her first year in an area without any sphere. She was in a new state without anybody that she knew. She didn't know the market, and also made over $120,000 her first year in the business.
What specific results did I get from joining 5 Pillars under EXP? I had a pretty successful first year. I was able to do so by using the resources under the 5 Pillars public drive. There were a lot of checklists, resources, guidance to help me get started. And I could call a number of mentors anytime. So I felt like I had some free coaching and someone to be able to reach out to at all times if necessary.
A third agent that used this system is one that was already an experienced agent. She actually got back into the business. And after using this, now she has more clarity. She has more confidence to say no to all the clients that she doesn't want to work with. And she only works luxury in specific zip codes that she wants to work. And she only works listings. And that's because she had the financial clarity and the organization to be able to say no and be okay with it, not have commission breath, and only take on the clients that she wants. That agent now has significantly more time back and has gone on a lot of vacations this year. These agents are not any different from you. They were just committed to implementing the systems in this black belt bundle. So at the end of this course, you're going to have financial clarity, complete organization, and the ability to start scaling. More importantly, you're going to have the confidence, the predictability, and a clear path to success, to making the income that you want to make. This program, though, is not for everyone. It is only for those who are actually committed to doing the work. So if you would like to book a call, scroll down below, book a call on my calendar. I'm going to free out my calendar for you. So please do not leave me hanging. I will not reschedule you. If I'm going to value your time, I hope that you value mine as well. When we meet on that Zoom call, I'm going to ask you a couple more questions just to make sure that you are going to be 100% committed and that I can help you and we can start working at that point. So if you're tired of the financial stress, if you're tired of the chaos, book the call. I'll see you there. What would you say to them?
I would tell them that the best rewards are on the other side of fear. So the best thing to do is just if you're fearful, then that's when you need to do it, because you don't know if you never try, and fear is just a feeling.